Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Preeti and I am currently pursuing my MBA from NITI Mumbai. And today's video is going to be about all the MBA slangs, acronyms and abbreviations which you are going to use in the upcoming MBA journey of yours. So just to give you a little bit of context, when you start your MBA journey, at that time you have an acronym for almost everything. Like when I started my journey at that time, I was new to all of this and I even was made a fool of sometimes because I was the only one who did not know a few acronyms. And now when I see it's me who is making up new acronyms and new abbreviations, and I think it's just a part of the journey where you start using short forms for everything. And there are a few short forms which you must know, and I would tell you about them and also a few fun stories associated with it which I had been through. And I hope you'll enjoy today's video because it's going to be a completely fun video. And by the end of this video, I would like to know that how many of these abbreviations or acronyms you knew already about. So you can keep your score. There are going to be 10 short forms overall. And I would just like to know that is someone like me who does not know most of them. So let's begin. The first one is going to be the most important one, and I actually saw this acronym being used in the Telegram group that was formed before my MBA actually started. And at that time I was like, why is everyone talking about sip, sip, sip? Are they sipping something? Are they drinking something? And it was SIP, which stands for Summer Internship Process. So this is definitely going to be one of the most used words for you when you start your MBA, and for the next 3 or 4 months, this is going to be the most used word, I feel. Summer Internship Process, and you will start preparing for it. And the second one which I'm going to tell you is quite related to it, which is CV. So you might be knowing about it. CV stands for Curriculum Vitae, and you prepare this one-pager document because of which the company shortlists you and calls you for further rounds. So this is also going to be very, very important, where you are going to talk about SIP CV. SIP CV is your CV done, what all points have you included, and you will keep on talking about these two words itself for the next 3-4 months with your friends. So these were the first two. Now after that comes CP, which I did not know until my first year ended. And once my friends were discussing about CP, and I was like, guys, what is CP? And that time they told me CP stands for class participation. And I was like, okay, yeah. So CP is very important when it comes to your MBA because you have marks for it. You have to actively participate in the class discussions, in the case study discussions, in the homework assignments that the teacher gives to you. And CP definitely is very important, and you should know what it stands for. And along with CP then came DCP, which is Desperate Class Participation. So as I told you about CP gives you marks. So sometimes when you do not have enough of CP and you are not doing enough of class participation, at that time you have to do DCP, which is the Desperate Class Participation. So after your SIPs and everything is over, you start hearing the word COM. So what is COM? So COM stands for committee, and there is a COM for every single thing, right from your admissions to your placements to the B School Fest to the social media handles and managing every single thing. You have COMs, which are committees in your college, like the AdCom, PlaceCom, MediaCom, etc. etc. So you will hear about this word a lot after your SIPs. And when you get into any committee, you will have KTs. So one funny story I would like to tell you about this acronym is I'm a fresher, so I come from an engineering background, and for me KT was the normal KT that you get when you fail a subject. So when I was there in my committee, our seniors used to tell us that we will give you KTs. And I used to get confused that why are they going to fail us? Because for me, KT was failing a subject. And then I got to know that KT stands for knowledge transfer. And this is what your seniors pass on to you about the knowledge which you should know regarding anything. And KTs are very important. And I found out that most of the work experience people knew what KT stands for. Maybe it is a common word, but maybe I was completely new to it. And I think if there's any of the fresher, then you should know about it. And let me know if you too did not know about it, so that I'll feel better that I am not the only one. And next is gas or globe, which is globally or generally accepted shit. And during our MBA, you will hear a lot of this because there are many people who throw a lot of information on you, and most of the times all of it is not useful. So you will say that it's gas. So keep in mind, gas stands for globally, generally accepted shit, and in most of the IIMs, gas is used as globe. Next is +1. So when you are doing an MBA, you don't say me too, or I second that, or I agree to that. You just use +1. And generally in groups, when someone says something right or something which is very good, then at that time the whole group is like +1, +1, +1, +1. And don't you add them, because that will give you about some hundreds maybe. And the last one, not the last one, the second last one is ROI. So you might be aware of it. So ROI stands for return of interest. And all your 2 years and even after your 2 years, this acronym is not going to leave you, because you are going to keep calculating your ROI throughout the journey and throughout your life, because I know that you have paid a lot of fees for your MBA. And the last one is EOD. So most of you might be aware about it, but I would like to highlight its importance, that if you are getting 10 minutes, then 9 out of those 10 minutes will have the deadline, which is some date, and then the EOD. So you have to do some task before EOD, and deadlines, as we say, are sacrosanctum, and this word will also be one of the most used words during your MBA journey. So I think I have covered all of the 10 acronyms, and I would like to know that how many of these you already knew about. Because when I started my MBA journey, I was new to most of them, not all of them. But yeah, sometimes I made a fool of myself because I did not know about it. So yeah, it's fun, and you'll start making your own acronyms and you will start using them. And let me know that what is your score. So I'll see you guys next time, and I'll try to be more active on this channel. And if you like the video, then do give it a thumbs up, and do comment, and do subscribe to my channel as well. So see you guys. Bye bye.